Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to dive right in, so make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. The 1965 United States quarter dollar, bearing the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, quarter dollar, liberty, and in God we trust, marks one of the most important transitional coins in the history of American numismatics, representing the moment when the U.S. Mint shifted from traditional silver coinage to more economical clad composition due to a severe national silver shortage. The coin features a classic Washington quarter design created by sculptor John Flanagan, which had been in use since 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. On the obverse front, the quarter displays a bold portrait of George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty at the top and the motto I in God We Trust appearing to the left side, with the date 1965 placed prominently beneath the bust. This simple but iconic portrait brought an image of strength, stability, and trust to American circulating coinage. Unlike earlier dates from 1932 to 1964, the 1965 quarter carries no mint mark because all quarters struck in that year were produced at the Philadelphia Mint as part of the mint strategy to reduce the hoarding of coins during the silver crisis. Moving to the reverse back, the coin showcases a majestic heraldic eagle, wings outstretched, perched on a bundle of arrows symbolizing readiness to defend the nation, while an olive branch below represents a pursuit of peace. Above the eagle is a traditional motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, reflecting unity from diversity, and around the rim appears the official country name and denomination, United States of America, quarter dollar, in bold capital letters. The most significant defining feature of the 1965 quarter is its composition change. Prior to 1965, all Washington quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, making them highly desirable during the coin shortage crisis when people began hoarding silver coins for their metal value. In response, the U.S. Mint introduced a new composition beginning in 1965, a clad structure consisting of copper-nickel layers bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin its durable silver-colored outer appearance while greatly reducing production costs. The new clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Its reeded, grooved edge remained unchanged, continuing a design tradition originally intended to prevent the shaving or clipping of precious metal from the edges of silver coins. This transition marked a turning point that carried forward into modern U.S. coinage for decades. Because the Mint needed to flood the economy with the new clad coins, 1965 quarters were produced in extremely high numbers, over 1.8 billion, making them one of the most common dates in circulation today. However, despite their commonness, 1965 quarters hold tremendous historical importance because they symbolize the beginning of America's modern non-silver circulating coinage era. While most 1965 quarters are common, collectors pay special attention to the rare transitional errors. Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These silver planchet 1965 quarters weigh the old silver weight of 6.25 grams instead of 5.67 g, making them much heavier and easy to test on a jeweler scale. Genuine examples of these rare transitional errors can sell for thousands of dollars, depending on condition. In normal circulation, the clad 1965 quarter is often found where scratches, rim nicks, and metal discoloration due to high circulation, but uncirculated pieces with original luster may be found in mint-sealed bags or old coin rolls. The design details of a well-preserved 1965 quarter show crisp hair strands on Washington's portrait, strong lettering, a sharp eagle with clear feather details, and an even cartwheel shine under light. Over time, circulating examples may develop a dull gray appearance from metal wear, but collectors often find this pattern attractive as part of the coin's long monetary journey. The historical background of the 1965 quarter is deeply rooted in America's economic pressure during the 1960s. As silver prices rose, the public began hoarding dimes, quarters, and half dollars, leading to a nationwide shortage of coins. To solve this crisis, the Coinage Act of 1965 removed silver from dimes and quarters entirely and reduced silver in half dollars, ultimately paving the way for the modern clad system. The act also temporarily removed mint marks to deter collectors from saving large numbers of coins by mint location. Thus, every circulating 1965 quarter tells the story of a nation transitioning its currency to meet public demand and preserve economic stability. The 1965 quarter is also notable because no special proof sets were minted that year. Instead, the mint created special mint sets, SMS. These SMS coins have a unique satin-like finish, sharper strikes, and stronger detail than regular circulation strikes. Some 1965 SMS quarters contain a special, highly reflective specimen finish known today as Deep Cameo or Ultra Cameo, and these rare appearance coins can sell for very high premiums among serious collectors. In today's numismatic community, the 1965 quarter remains popular not because of silver value, its metal content value is low, but because it represents a historical turning point, offers interesting transitional eras, and serves as a first modern clad quarter. For collectors, the value of a 1965 quarter depends on condition, rarity, strike quality, and whether it belongs to the special mint set category. Circulated examples are usually worth face value, but high-grade mint state examples, especially in MS66 or MS67, can achieve strong demand. Transitional silver eras are exceptionally valuable and highly sought after. The 1965 quarter story, from its design and creation to the cultural and economic context behind its introduction, makes it more than just a coin. It is a symbol of an evolving American economy, a piece of national history, and an important milestone in the world of coin collecting. Even though billions were minted, every coin carries a legacy of the moment America shifted away from silver coinage forever, making the 1965 quarter a fascinating artifact for collectors, historians, YouTubers, and enthusiasts who appreciate the deep numismatic heritage behind everyday U.S. currency. The 1999 United States of America $1 coin, carrying the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Liberty, and In God We Trust with a P mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint, stands as one of the most significant modern-era dollar coins because it marks the final year of the classic Susan B. Anthony dollar series before the introduction of the golden Sacagawea dollar in 2000. This coin, though visually similar to quarters due to its small size and color, holds a unique and important position in American numismatics. On the obverse, the coin features a sharp, bold portrait of Susan B. Anthony, the famous American suffragist and women's rights leader whose groundbreaking activism helped secure the right to vote for women in the United States. Designed by Frank Gasparro, the portrait shows Anthony facing right with determined expression, symbolizing leadership, equality, strength, and the long struggle of the women's movement. Around the portrait appears a large word liberty at the top, while to the right of the portrait is the motto In God We Trust, and beneath the neckline appears the date 1999 along with a P mint mark, which confirms that this final year issue came from Philadelphia, the primary producer of circulating $1,999. Even though the design looks compact, every small detail, from the lines in Susan B. Anthony's hair to the fold of her clothing, was created to stand out sharply on well-struck examples, giving the coin a strong modern appearance. On the reverse, the 1999 P dollar displays one of the most inspiring American coin designs ever used in modern circulation. The eagle landing on the moon, based on the official insignia of the Apollo 11 mission, honoring the first human landing on the lunar surface in 1969. Again designed by Frank Gasparro, the reverse features a majestic bold eagle approaching the moon's surface, wings extended downward, clutching an olive branch representing peace. Behind the eagle are the impression of the moon's craters, capturing the triumph of the United States in space exploration and symbolizing American courage, innovation, and global leadership. The top rim carries a national tied to United States of America, while beneath it appears a traditional motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, highlighting unity among the states. At the bottom rim is a denomination $1. This combination of suffrage history on the obverse and space-age achievement on the reverse makes the $1,999 one of the most symbolically powerful modern American coins ever produced. The specifications of the 1999 P Susan B. Anthony dollar, remain consistent with earlier SBA issues. The coin has a manganese brass-clad composition consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it a silvery appearance similar to the quarter dollar, which caused widespread confusion among the public when the coin was first released in 1979. It weighs 8.1 grams, has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with fine grooves that reflect light in circulation. The reeded edge was incorporated to help the visually impaired distinguish the coin, but because the size and color closely matched the quarter, the coin never gained widespread everyday acceptance. Still, the Mint continued producing it for vending machine and transportation token demand. The 1999 dollar saw renewed production after a gap of 17 years because the Federal Reserve needed more small-sized dollars before the new Sacagawea dollar could be launched in 2000. Therefore, this 1999 issue holds special importance as a bridge coin between two major U.S. dollar programs. In terms of mintages, the 1999 dollar had a relatively limited run compared to the earlier SBA years, making it more desirable among collectors. The Philadelphia Mint struck roughly 41.5 million pieces, but most were produced strictly to fill Federal Reserve storage vaults for commercial demand rather than to circulate widely. Because of this restricted mintage, many examples exist in higher quality since they were not heavily circulated like earlier years. The coin was also struck for mint sets, and some examples display sharper strikes, stronger luster, and better defined details on Antony's hair and the eagle's feathers, especially in mint state grades. Collectors usually search for well-centered strikes, clean surfaces free of bag marks, and strong luster to identify premium examples. High-grade coins in MS-66 or MS-67 are considered scarce and valuable. The historical importance of the 1999 dollar cannot be overstated. The Susan B. Anthony series had initially failed with the public in 1979 to 1981 because people confused it with the quarter, but it gradually gained respect among collectors for its bold design and symbolic meaning. The sudden and unexpected revival of the SBA dollar in 1999 occurred because the new Sacagawea golden dollar was not ready in time, and the government urgently needed dollar coins for postal machines, transportation systems, and military bases. As a result, the 1999 SBA dollar became not only the last of its series, but also a key modern collectible as a final chapter of a coin that represented both controversy and progress. It is also one of the last U.S. circulating coins designed by Frank Gasparro, the long-serving chief engraver of the U.S. Mint whose designs appear across decades of American coinage. Collectors often look for varieties and errors in the 1999 dollar as well. Some pieces show struck-through grease marks, die cracks, off-center strikes, or surface weaknesses that add numismatic interest. A few even show reverse die polish lines near the eagle or the lunar surface, which are not rare but can make a coin visually appealing. Because of the pressure to quickly produce these dollars, some strikes show weakness on the obvos, especially around Antony's jaw and hairline, which makes sharply struck pieces more desirable. Even in circulation today, the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar is an interesting find. Although it is worth face value for spending, collectors appreciate it as a closing chapter of one of the most debated coin designs in U.S. history, a coin that honors women's rights, celebrate American space exploration, and connect the past to the future of U.S. currency. Its powerful symbolism, its final year rarity, its transitional role before the Sacagawea series, and its detailed design make it a historically rich and culturally important collectible, perfect for long-form educational videos, coin collectors, and numismatic storytelling. The 2003 United States of America quarter dollar, honoring the state of Arkansas and bearing the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, quarter dollar, and the year 2003 with the statehood date 1836, is one of the most visually symbolic and culturally rich coins from the famous 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and transformed modern American coin collecting. The obverse of the 2003 quarter features a classic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932 but modified slightly in 1999 by mint engraver William Cousins to sharpen the details for the new state quarter series. Washington's left-facing profile, with his tied hair, strong jawline, and dignified expression, represents patriotism, independence, and national leadership. Above the portrait appears the word liberty. To the left appears the motto, "I in God we trust," and to the right, the P mint mark of the Philadelphia Mint signifies its origin. Beneath the portrait is the year 2003, marking Arkansas's turn in the state quarter sequence, making it the 25th coin release in the program. The obverse design is intentionally simple and traditional to provide contrast with the uniquely intricate reverse designs created for each state. The reverse of the 2003 P Arkansas quarter is where the coin truly comes alive with artistic symbolism. Arkansas's design highlights the state's identity as a land of natural beauty, rich water resources, and abundant wildlife. Dominating the center of the reverse is a large diamond, representing Arkansas's claim to fame as the only U.S. state with natural diamond mine located at the crater of Diamond State Park, where the public can search for and keep any diamonds they find. The diamond symbolizes purity, natural elegance, geological richness, and Arkansas's nickname, the Diamond State. Behind the diamond, water flows in an elegantly carved background, representing the state's countless rivers, lakes, and streams, including the Arkansas River and the Mississippi River, which shaped the region's early settlement, agriculture, and economy. The flowing water also symbolizes renewal, life, and the power of nature in shaping the state's landscape. To the left of the diamond stands a mallard duck lifting off from the water with wings outstretched. This dynamic image reflects Arkansas's reputation as one of the nation's premier waterfowl hunting and wildlife conservation regions. The mallard is captured mid-flight, its feathers detailed with fine engraving lines, representing freedom, movement, and the natural diversity of the state. The duck symbolizes Arkansas's deep connection to wetlands, forests, and the broader Mississippi Flyway, one of the most important migratory bird routes in North America. Below the duck and diamond appears the inscription Arkansas 1836, commemorating the year Arkansas joined the Union as a 25th state. Beneath this inscription is a release year 2003, followed by the national motto E Pluribus Unum, emphasizing unity from diversity, a message fitting for a coin celebrating the individuality of the states as part of the broader American nation. Along the rim, the raised lettering United States of America appears at the top and quarter dollar anchors at bottom, completing the balanced, symbolic composition. The metal composition of the 2003 P Arkansas quarter follows the standard clad structure introduced in 1965, a durable copper-nickel alloy formed by bonding 75% copper and 25% nickel outer layers to a pure copper core, giving the coin its silvery appearance and ensuring long-lasting wear resistance. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and features a reeded edge composed of finely cut grooves designed originally to deter the clipping of precious metal but now preserved as a traditional stylistic element. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of Arkansas quarters, making them common in circulation but still highly desirable among collectors who aim to complete the state quarter collection or specialize in high-grade examples. In terms of collectability, the 2003 P Arkansas quarter is widely available in circulated condition, but uncirculated and high-grade mint state examples, especially those graded MS66 or MS67, carry significant appeal due to the difficulty of maintaining flawless surfaces in mass production. Coins from mint sets often exhibit stronger luster, sharper details in the feathers of the mallard, cleaner lines on the diamond, and crisper water textures. Some collectors seek out the Arkansas quarter with struck-through errors, die cracks along the rim, doubling on the lettering, or unusually strong reverse strikes that reveal intricate detail in the wings of the duck and the facets of the diamond. Because the reverse design includes so many fine, overlapping elements, water motion, diamond facets, and bird feathers, the quality of the strike can vary dramatically, making sharper examples especially valuable for serious state quarter collectors. The State Quarter Program, under which the Arkansas Quarter was released, was one of the most successful and educational coin programs in U.S. mint history, inspiring millions of Americans to begin collecting coins. As the 25th state quarter to be released, Arkansas's design stood at the midpoint of the 50-state series and represented a blend of natural geology, wildlife conservation, and symbolic artistry. The quarter tells a story of a state known for its diamond mines, wetlands, hunting traditions, river systems, and outdoor beauty. The 2003 P Arkansas quarter is not only a piece of circulating currency, but also a miniature work of art and a cultural snapshot of Arkansas's heritage. Its combination of nature, wildlife, and precious stone imagery makes it one of the most visually memorable coins in the series. Over time, the Arkansas State Quarter has become a popular feature in educational videos, coin collections, and numismatic presentations for its aesthetic detail, historical relevance, and connection to the transformative state quarter era that revitalized American public interest in coin collecting. The 1994 P United States of America 5-cent coin, bearing the national inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, Liberty, and In God We Trust, represents one of the modern-era Jefferson nickels that connects decade American history, presidential legacy, and mid-1990s minting technology. Designed originally by Felix Schlag in 1938, the Jefferson nickel continued its long-running tradition in 1994, maintaining the same iconic combination of Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and his famous Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse, making the coin a symbol of American leadership, architecture, and democratic ideals. On the obverse, the 1994 P nickel features a forward-facing left profile of President Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States and primary author of the Declaration of Independence. Schlag's portrait captures Jefferson's strong classical features, the long hair tied back, the deep-set eyes, the defined cheek structure, and the slightly raised chin that conveys confidence and intellectual strength. To the left of the portrait appears the motto In God We Trust, while to the right, written in elegant cursive script, is a word liberty, followed by a small 5-point star, and finally the date 1994 with a P mint mark of the Philadelphia Mint placed just beside the date. The obverse of this coin is known for its smooth background fields, and on high-grade examples, the luster radiates in a cartwheel effect, reflecting light in a spinning motion that collectors love to see. On the reverse, the coin displays one of the most recognizable buildings in American numismatics, Monticello, Jefferson's neoclassical estate in Charlottesville, Virginia. The structure shows its famous domed roof, column portico, symmetrical windows, and clean architectural lines, reflecting Jefferson's passion for enlightenment, science, and refined design. Above the building appears the motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, symbolizing unity among the states. Beneath Monticello appears its name in large block letters, followed by 5 cents, and along the bottom rim the official inscription United States of America. The details on Monticello vary greatly depending on strike quality. On weakly struck coins, details in the steps are flat, but on stronger strikes, the full steps designation may be awarded by grading services, indicating all steps at the base of the building are fully separated and sharply defined. Full steps examples are especially desirable for the 1994 P issue because they are difficult to obtain and represent the highest level of strike precision from the U.S. Mint. The physical specifications of the 1994 P Jefferson nickel reflect the standard composition used since 1946. It is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, creating a durable silver-gray alloy that resists corrosion and maintains detail through many years of circulation. The coin weighs 5.0 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and features a plain, smooth edge with no reading. The nickel's thickness is approximately 1.95 millimeters, and its hardness makes it ideal for heavy circulation without major loss of design detail. The 1994 P nickel was struck using modern minting presses capable of high-speed, high-volume output, resulting in millions of coins produced with generally consistent quality. However, as with many Jefferson nickels from the 1990s, finding examples with exceptional luster, perfect surfaces, and clear detail, particularly full steps, is challenging, and collectors rely heavily on grading standards to differentiate ordinary coins from premium quality ones. Historically, the 1994 P nickel represents the mid-1990s period of American coinage, when the Mint continued producing long-running designs but had not yet entered the era of state quarters or dramatic redesigns. The Jefferson nickel had remained visually unchanged since 1938, making the 1994 coin part of the classic pre-2004 design era, before the Mint introduced new obverse portraits and reverse designs to honor the Lewis and Clark expedition. Because the design had been used so consistently, the 1994P nickel captures the original artistic vision of Felix Schlag and reflects an unbroken tradition preserved for over half a century. In terms of mintage, the 1994P nickel saw high production numbers, over 726 million pieces, making it common in circulation but still collectible in higher grades. Circulated examples typically show wear on Jefferson's cheekbone, jawline, and hair, and may have nicks around the rims due to heavy pocket use. Uncirculated examples display strong metallic shine, while graded specimens at MS65 or higher, especially with full steps, become increasingly rare and desirable. Collectors also pay attention to varieties and minting errors associated with the 1994P nickel. Common errors include die cracks around the Monticello dome, die breaks on Jefferson's hair, off-center strikes, broad strikes with no rim, and struck-through debris marks. Some coins show strong die polishing lines, especially on the fields around Monticello, giving them a mirrored appearance that collectors find visually appealing. Though not extremely rare, such varieties add interest and personality to the series, making each coin unique. The nickel's durability also means that many 1994P nickels still circulate today, making them a familiar but historically rich piece of U.S. currency. Beyond its physical characteristics and collectability, the 1994P Jefferson nickel represents American values of liberty, knowledge, architecture, leadership, and unity. Every inscription, Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, and United States of America, reinforces the ideals that shaped the nation and Jefferson's contributions to democracy. Its combination of presidential portraiture and architectural art makes it an educational coin often used in schools, museums, and numismatic storytelling. For video creators, the coin offers deep historical richness, the life of Jefferson, the symbolism of Monticello, the evolution of U.S. nickel design, minting technology, and collectible grading standards like full steps. For collectors, the 1994P nickel is a widely available yet historically meaningful addition to any Jefferson series collection, linking the tradition of mid-20th century design with a transitional period leading up to 21st century innovations.